Good evening. Today, we have gathered to honor the lives of Maxwell Finks, Jack Kennedy, Peter Smith, and Carter Wilson. I would like to thank all the families for traveling today, of these students for traveling here today and attending this ceremony. I'd also like to thank Dr. and Mrs. Googe for attending the ceremony and our provost, Dr. Hargrave. You'll often hear us speak about the Auburn family. Everyone part of Auburn University, whether they're students, staff, alums, or members of the Auburn family. Many, including myself, would argue that our most precious resource are our children. At Auburn University, we know that our students are the most precious resource and the reason that we are here at the university. When one of our students passes away, our entire campus grieves. We honor them by flying a flag, an AU flag, at Sanford Hall in their memory, and afterwards that flag is taken to the Melton Student Center for 2 weeks with a certificate with the flag so everyone knows who is there to honor. We shared tears and we mourned the loss of their physical presence on our campus. But their spirit is still alive here at Auburn University and will remain here at Auburn University. We feel it in the classroom, on campus, on the competition field, and more particularly in this garden. Their spirit is all around us. The Auburn University Garden of Memory was created in 2016 on campus to honor our Auburn family members who have passed away. The walking path over my right shoulder through the garden is lined with the verses of the Auburn Creed. The Creed reminds each of us what it means to be an Auburn man and woman. It outlines the values that we aspire to and to embody. This garden is a place for us to reflect on and honor the members of our family who are no longer with us. It is impossible for me to read those verses and walk that path and not feel the presence of the students that we have lost. The spirits are with us here tonight, and we will always remain their legacy on our campus. The flowers of our ceremonies tonight represents the lives of Maxwell, Jack, Peter, and Carter. Their presence at Auburn has forever changed all of us, and we are eternally grateful for the mark they have left on each one of us here on Auburn University. At this time, I'd like to have a moment of silence to remember Maxwell, Jack, Peter, and Carter. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to turn the ceremony over to the president of our Black Student Union. Maya is going to read the Auburn Creed.
Hello, everyone. This creed was written in 1945 by George Petrie, and it is something that a lot of Auburn family members should know and love. I believe that this is a practical world and that I can count only on what I earn. Therefore, I believe in work, hard work. I believe in education, which gives me the knowledge to work wisely and trains my mind and my hands to work skillfully. I believe in honesty and truthfulness, without which I cannot win the respect and confidence of my fellow men. I believe in a sound mind and a sound body and a spirit that is not afraid, and in clean sports that develops these qualities. I believe in obedience to laws because it protects the rights of all. I believe in the human touch, which cultivates sympathy for my fellow men and mutual helpfulness and brings happiness for all. I believe in my country, and because it is a land of freedom, and because it is my own home, and that I can best serve that country by doing justly, loving mercy, and walking humbly with my God. And because Auburn men and women believe these things, I believe in Auburn, and I love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Maya, for that poignant delivery of the Auburn Creed. Good afternoon. Tonight, we have gathered here to honor the lives of Max Fink, Jack Kennedy, Carter Wilson, and P.J. Smith. When thinking of a way to remember these four men, it would have been easy to find a quote from a book or something from someone historically famous. However, this event is not about an old historian, and it is not about me or my words. Today is about the 4 men who left us too early and how we will choose to remember them. Today is about Max Fink, a student from Texas who believed in Auburn so much he came here from out of state just to take hold of the Auburn experience, and he did just that. Max had an infectious personality and lit up every room he entered. He had a gift for making instant, meaningful, and deeply personal connections with everyone he met. His ability to accept people for who they were, extend friendship to all, positively impact the lives of others, and live a genuine, authentic life was boundless and unmatched. For Max, Auburn was more than just fun. He worked hard as a mechanical engineering student. His hard work was rewarded with a prestigious cooperative education experience at Mercedes-Benz in Vance, Alabama. This prize was no small feat and is evidence of his belief in the line of the Auburn Creed that reads, "This is a practical world and you can count only on what you earn." Today is about Jack Kennedy, someone that I did not know personally, but I certainly felt the love his brothers in Lambda Chi Alpha had for him. Jack was a sophomore from Montgomery, Alabama, was a finance major undergoing training in Army ROTC, but was so much more than that to those fortunate enough to know him. At 6'4", everyone looked up to him, both figuratively and literally. He was the type of person who could talk to anyone and constantly checked in on his friends to make sure they were doing good. Earlier this semester, Jack's brothers, father, and grandfather came to Lambda Chi to speak on the impact the chapter had on Jack's life and the impact the fraternity will continue to have on their family. His friends say that Jack's story will always be a reminder to check in on your friends every day, even those you don't think need it. Today is about Carter Wilson, another Greek man who I did not know but wish I had. He was an adventurer who loved seeing the world. Carter visited Belize, Mexico, England, Scotland, Greece, and even Iceland. He also loved adventures closer to home, like summers fishing and golfing in Pawleys Island, South Carolina, and snow skiing with his family and friends. From talking with his friend Jordan and fraternity brother, I learned that Carter was a true joy to have as a friend. Jordan described him as a goofball who could make you laugh through his jokes, through his absurd stories, or just his actions. His humble and outgoing spirit will be remembered and missed by his brothers at Delta Tau Delta and all those who knew him. Today is about my old friend, PJ Smith. PJ was a forestry major from Auburn, Alabama. From hunting bugs to hanging hammocks high in the trees, he loved being outdoors and being a part of nature. He had an infectious smile, a smirk even, that lit up any room. PJ and I knew each other through lacrosse when we were young, but drifted with age. But if there's anything I remember from my time with him, it was his passionate and daring personality. He played goalie, a position where you can't be afraid of anything or back down from any fight. And he didn't. As our coach always told us, lacrosse or any sport is just a microcosm of life. PJ carried a spirit that was never afraid, both on and off the field, and today is about remembering that. Max, Jack, Carter, PJ, and all who loved those 4 Auburn men will always be a part of the Auburn family, because that family is so much more than just a body of students. It is a spirit and it is a way of living. While there are 4 holes in the Auburn family, the impact of these individuals serves as an inspiration for the Auburn family as a whole. We thank you for sharing your loved ones with us.
I would like to invite one loved one from Maxwell, Jack, Peter, and Carter's family to come to the front of the stage for the flower ceremony, please. The spirits of these students continue to live on at Auburn University, even though their physical presence is not with us any longer. The white flowers before us represent each student. As I read the student's name, their loved one will move one flower from the student's bouquet to the large orange and blue bouquet, signifying their lasting impact on the Auburn family. We will start with Maxwell Fink. Jack Kennedy. Peter Smith. And Carter Wilson. Let these flowers remind us that although Maxwell, Jack, Peter, and Carter have passed away, they continue to live on as members of the Auburn family.
Hello, everyone. My name is Caroline Kime. I'm a student here at Auburn, and I will be reading a poem written by David Housel entitled, "What is Auburn?" What is Auburn? Far be it from me to try to answer that question. There are as many definitions of Auburn as there are Auburn men and women. It would be safe to say, however, that Auburn is much more than a football game. It is much more than winning or losing. It is a spirit. It is an attitude. It is a way of looking at life and at one another. It is almost a way of living. Unless you have experienced it, you will never know what it is. You will never understand it. Once you have experienced it, you will never be the same. A part of you will forevermore be an Auburn man or an Auburn woman.
On the rolling plains of Dixie, 'neath the sun-kissed sky, proudly stands our alma mater, banners high. To thy name we'll sing thy praise from hearts that love so true, and pledge to thee our loyalty the ages through. We hail thee, Auburn, and we vow to work for thy just fame, and hold in memory as we do now thy cherished name.
Auburn University will continue to remember our four students, Maxwell, Jack, Peter, and Carter. They and you will always be members of the Auburn family. At the conclusion of the ceremony, the large vase of flowers will be moved to our Melton Student Center, where it will sit for 2 weeks with a certificate telling everyone who they're in honor of here at the university. We will continue to remember these students and these fine young men, even though they are absent from our lives. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight and helping us honor these four young men. And at this time, our ceremony has concluded, and the families, you may take the white flowers when you go. Thank you.